The Hitchhiker. It was a dark, moonless night on a long, lonely highway, the kind that stretches endlessly through desolate landscapes, where the only company is the sound of tires on asphalt and the occasional rustle of wind. The protagonist, a young woman named Sarah, was driving home after a late shift, her eyelids heavy with fatigue. As she navigated the winding road, she spotted a figure standing by the roadside, illuminated only by the faint glow of her headlights, a hitchhiker. Against her better judgment, Sarah slowed down and rolled down her window. The hitchhiker, a man in his 30s with disheveled hair and a tattered jacket, climbed into the passenger seat, thanking her with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. At first, the conversation flowed easily, but an unsettling tension began to creep in as the man's questions turned increasingly personal. "Do you believe in fate?" he asked, his gaze piercing. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. The atmosphere in the car shifted, and the once comforting hum of the engine now felt suffocating. As they drove deeper into the night, strange occurrences began to unfold. Muffled whispers, shadows darting in the periphery, and the feeling of being watched. The psychological tension mounted, leaving Sarah questioning her decision to pick up this mysterious stranger. With every mile, the road felt longer, and the darkness seemed to close in around them, amplifying her growing sense of dread. Story 2. Abandoned estes. On a desolate stretch of road where the landscape seemed to stretch endlessly under a blanket of stars, a couple found themselves in a precarious situation. Their gas gauge hovered dangerously close to empty, and the nearest town was miles away. As they drove, the headlights illuminated an old, abandoned gas station, its faded sign creaking in the wind. With no other options, they decided to stop, hoping to find a way to fuel up and continue their journey. As they stepped out of the car, an unsettling silence enveloped them. The gas station, once a bustling hub, now stood eerily still, with broken windows and rusted pumps that seemed to whisper secrets of the past. The couple exchanged nervous glances, but desperation pushed them forward. As they approached the dilapidated building, they noticed strange markings on the walls, symbols that sent a shiver down their spines. Inside, the atmosphere grew heavier, and the couple felt an inexplicable sense of dread. Shadows flickered in the corners of their vision, and the air was thick with an unsettling energy. They could almost feel eyes watching them, lurking just beyond the reach of the dim light. Every creak of the floorboards echoed like a warning, amplifying their anxiety. As they searched for a way to get fuel, the feeling of being watched intensified, leaving them to wonder if they were truly alone in this forsaken place. The abandoned gas station held secrets that were better left undiscovered. Story 3. The Wrong Turn. The sun was shining brightly as a group of friends set out on what was supposed to be the road trip of a lifetime. Laughter filled the car as they sang along to their favorite songs, the excitement palpable in the air. With a map in hand, they decided to take a shortcut that promised to shave hours off their journey. Little did they know, this seemingly innocent decision would lead them down a path of terror. As they veered off the main road, the scenery began to change. The vibrant landscapes faded into dense woods, and the cheerful chatter was replaced by an eerie silence. The road narrowed, becoming rough and unkempt, and soon they found themselves surrounded by abandoned buildings that loomed ominously in the shadows. The friends exchanged uneasy glances, but curiosity pushed them to explore. As they ventured deeper into this forsaken area, they encountered strange locals who seemed to watch them with unsettling intensity. Their smiles were too wide, their eyes too vacant, and an overwhelming sense of danger began to creep in. The friends realized they were far from safe. The shortcut had led them into a hidden world where the rules of civilization no longer applied. Panic set in as they tried to retrace their steps, but the road seemed to twist and turn in ways that defied logic. With every passing moment, the feeling of being trapped in a dangerous game intensified, and they knew they had to escape before it was too late. Story 4. The Vanishing Core. A group of friends set off on a fun road trip, their spirits high and laughter echoing through the car as they traveled through picturesque landscapes. With music blaring and snacks piled high, they felt invincible, ready to create unforgettable memories. After a long day of driving, they decided to stop at a scenic overlook to stretch their legs and take in the breathtaking view. They parked the car, snapped a few photos, and enjoyed the moment, completely unaware of the impending horror that awaited them. As the sun began to set, casting an orange glow over the horizon, the friends turned to head back to their vehicle, only to be met with a chilling realization. The car was gone. Panic set in as they searched the area, calling out to one another, but the only response was the eerie rustle of leaves in the wind. The carefree atmosphere quickly shifted to one of dread as they realized they were stranded in an unfamiliar place. As they wandered further from the overlook, unsettling figures began to emerge from the shadows, their silhouettes barely visible against the fading light. Strange sounds echoed around them, whispers that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The friends felt an overwhelming sense of being watched, their hearts racing as they searched for their missing car. With each passing moment, the feeling of isolation deepened, and they knew they had stumbled into something far more sinister than they could have ever imagined. As we wrap up our journey through these 4 chilling road trip horror stories, let's take a moment to recap the key elements that made each tale so unsettling. We began with the mysterious hitchhiker, whose unsettling presence turned a simple ride into a night. Then we explored the abandoned gas station, where a couple's desperate search for fuel led them into an eerie encounter with the unknown. Next, we followed a group of friends who took a wrong turn, discovering that shortcuts can sometimes lead to danger. Finally, we delved into the haunting story of the vanishing car, where a carefree road trip turned into a terrifying ordeal of isolation and fear. These stories resonate with all of us because they highlight the relatable nature of road trips, the excitement, the spontaneity, and the unexpected twists that can arise. They serve as a reminder to always be cautious and aware of our surroundings while trapped. If you enjoyed these spine-tingling tales, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Like this video and share it with friends who love a good scare. We have plenty more stories and adventures waiting for you, so explore our channel and join us for the next thrilling ride. Thank you for watching, and stay safe on your journeys.